All right, we're going to check in with some listeners who've left messages for us. Maybe I can hear their concerns, thoughts.
Let's do it. Will, if you wouldn't mind, play number 15.
15.
Hi, my name's Joe, and I live in Hamilton, Canada. And I wanted to say how much I love Sona. I think she's funny. I think she's smart. I love when she sassed you in the Gigolos mug bit back in 2013. And she has the best earrings. And my question for Conan is, you give Sona a really hard time about her job, but can you tell us a story of when she really saved your ass and just went above and beyond? Love the podcast. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
I like her.
That's really sweet. Joe from Hamilton, Canada.
I like you, Joe.
That's a very nice stuff that you said about Sona, and your question is a really sweet and great question. And no.
What?
No, I can't. I can't think of one time that Sona's truly saved the day. I'll be honest with you. There have been countless times.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I know. I was going to do it for you. You didn't trust me to actually do it?
No, I thought you were going to do a thing, and I was going to say there's too many. Ugh, don't sneeze. There's, God,
sorry, I got a cold coming back from Ghana.
Gross.
I told you I'm not well.
I know, your germs are all over the place.
No, I'm going that way, and I'm taking care of it. Don't worry. I always get sick. I work really hard.
It's just the mist of it.
I know, we're all on the mist. We're all going to get sick because of this.
No, I've had it for a while. Go ahead.
I really do think there's a lot of times. I am actually, listen, I know you make jokes, but I know I'm good at my job. I don't need you to tell me that I'm good at my job because I know that I am.
I think you said it several times because you're insecure about whether or not you are good at your job.
I am.
I think, I'll say this. I think that when the chips are down, you rise to the occasion and you do incredible things. I will say that. You can do anything when you put your mind to it. And there have been many times where the chips have been down and you've risen to the occasion and you've done heroic duty. I think when things kind of settle down, maybe you let things fall through the cracks because what the heck, you only, right?
I guess.
Is that a fair assessment?
I think I do a good job, especially when it matters. And I think generally speaking, I'm good at what I do.
Yeah. And then there are times...
No, not really.
I'm taking, you know what I love? I'm taking a question about list the times when Sona's really saved the day, and I'm steering it towards the times that you really have.
Yeah. I know. I can see what you're doing.
And I'm good at it.
But
No, you do a great job. I think there have been times where, I've been ill, and you've jumped into action and managed to find me medicines and stuff when we're in a foreign country. Mm-hmm. Sure. I think you've done that several times.
When we travel, I'm really on it.
Yeah, we'll be in a foreign country and I'll just, be under the weather or need some kind of medication or something, and you'll disappear into the streets of Cairo and come back with this amazing potion that saves the day.
Yeah, but when you do get to a point in your life when you're much older and you can't take care of yourself, I will not stick around.
You are.
No.
You are going to carry me to the toilet one day.
My God. Oh. No, that's not happening.
Yes, you will.
The moment you cannot physically take care of yourself, I am out of here.
You will carry me to the toilet in 2 years.
No.
In 2 years, you will carry me to the toilet because I will have reached a certain age. Well, actually, it won't be my age so much as my attitude.
Oh,
I just will become
willful.
It'll just be It's called willful incontinence. I'm just going to decide. I've done enough in life. Enough of me walking to the toilet. Sona, carry me.
No, I won't do that.
Can you think of any specific examples of when you really saved the day?
So speaking of that, of you taking care of him and bringing food and medicine, let's play voicemail 24. Will.
Hey, Conan. This is Sean. I want to know, what is your favorite Armenian food? Thanks. Love the podcast.
Hey, Sean. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. I did. We took a trip to Armenia, Sona and I. It's one of the travel specials that we shot. We had a really great time. I remember they have a lot of dried fruit.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Dried apricot.
Dried apricot. And then, is it pomegranate? Mm. Dried crushed, or is it dried pomegranate?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You don't know?
I don't.
Well,
You could just say dried fruit.
it's basically they make really good fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they've been making them for like 7,000 years.
There's like nuts in them and they're smashed. But also there's just a lot of kebabs,
A lot of kebabs.
a lot of barbecue.
Yeah, I would say the grilled meats, the kebabs they made might be the best. I liked the kebabs and I liked the dried fruit. The only thing that I did notice is that after a while, people kept presenting me with rolled up dried fruit. It was really great. And then I remembered one guy saying, "Have I got something for you?" And he made me walk like 600 yards and go up a long staircase and go through into different rooms. And then he finally led me to a room that had some dried fruit in it. And
Dried fruit.
I didn't have the heart to tell him, "You're the 700th person to give me dried fruit."
A lot of, yeah. And there's a lot of meat in there. I mean, my grandpa was a butcher since he was 12. And
Now,
I
some
remember-
people say my grandpa was a butcher and it means their grandpa was a horrible murderer.
No,
Yeah, like my grandfather was a butcher. But, I mean, he really was a butcher.
he murdered.
Oh, he murdered indiscriminately until he was overpowered by the constables. But yours was a legitimate butcher,
He
a
may
man
have
who
murdered. But no, but Dede was an actual butcher.
Yeah, he was an
And-
actual butcher
yeah.
who may or may not have murdered outside of his job.
What do you call him?
Maybe.
Deda?
Dede.
Dede.
Deda.
Yaya and Dede.
Yeah, and Dede. Where have you been, man? It's not, yes, grandpapa and grandmother.
No.
Yes.
Grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, right. In your home, grandma and grandpa. Now, grandmother and grandpapa. I'm here with my feather duster to get the.
Oh, yeah, where is
Wait,
this
what?
going?
I'm here with my feather duster to wipe off your oil portraits. I hope I inherit them one day
I do.
and live up to the great name of Gorley.
And I fell off a cliff.
Yeah, you always fall off a cliff at the end of the episode. But no, you call it's Dede.
Dede. And when we were young, I just remember going to his house and he had a skinned lamb
Whoa.
on a spit in the backyard.
Yeah.
And we,
Like eyeballs
Cooked
still
it.
intact?
the whole thing,
Whole thing.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. His boss.
And
It was in
it was
the backyard in like their house in Van Nuys.
Did
Yeah,
you
and
say it was boss?
boss.
Pretty boss.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's pretty cool to have a Dede, if you will,
Yeah.
who can skin a calf
Yeah.
or a sheep or a goat. What was the strangest thing you ever saw him skin?
It's not like I was in his butcher shop watching him skin animals. No, I don't. I
But what do you
mean,
do with the skins?
I have no idea.
Isn't it true that you kids used to put them on sometimes and run around the neighborhood?
Put on skins
Well,
of
Halloween-
dead animals
Yeah.
Leatherface.
and run around the neighborhood in
Sure.
Los Angeles?
Yeah, and saying, "Look at me, I'm a lamb. Boo, I'm a lamb." That's what you on Halloween. Oh, here comes some kids. Whoa, kid, what are you wearing? Boo, I'm a baby lamb. Now give me some raisinets.
It's weird.
I know. I like I said, I just got off a flight. I'm feeling a little out of it.
Yeah.
What did you dress up as for Halloween when you were a kid?
I remembered once my mom, and she meant well, but you know when you're little, they go off and they get you. There was the plastic mask.
Oh, yeah.
and the sort of aprony,
The vinyl, yeah,
nylon thing
smell,
you'd put
yeah.
on.
Those had a name.
And so if you were Captain America, if you were Spider-Man, it would be a plastic Spider-Man mask, and then just a tie-on smock that sort of evoked the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it wasn't
costume.
the costume. It was like a picture of Spider-Man
Yes.
on your chest.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was all kind of, those were costumes back in the day.
Yeah.
And I know my mom once, she was responsible for getting us our Halloween costumes because we were just kids. She picked them out pretty arbitrarily and she gave me mine, and it was Uncle Sam. And let me point out, it was Uncle Sam at like the height of Vietnam War, Watergate, disillusionment with government. And I remembered walking around the neighborhood.
You might as well have gone as Barry Goldwater.
I know.
Oh, God.
I went around as the symbol of everything people had lost hope in. And my poor mom.
Oh, my
Of course, I
God.
bitched about it, and I just thought, she had 6 kids.
Where
and
were
she's,
the other kids that year? So who was this whole gang? I want to picture the whole gang.
I don't remember. I think Luke was
Sam,
Luke
the
was
Statue
Nixon.
of Liberty.
Luke was Nixon. Neil was Haldeman.
John Dean.
Justin was Ehrlichman. It was a pretty. Kate was Jimmy Hoffa. It was a rough time.
I would have killed to see that.
Yeah, it was rough all around. But yeah, that was me back in the day.
All right. Well, we've talked about Armenian food. We've talked about nice things Sona did and Uncle Sam. That's all the things you need to cover in a podcast, I think.
I think we have touched on, if you listen to this podcast again carefully, you'll realize that there's a touchstone for every major issue that's ever faced humanity, and every emotion that's ever been felt.
That's right.
This is basically the canon of all of Shakespeare's works in this one podcast today. But you have to listen very carefully for all the themes we touch on.
Yeah, they're there. I want to see you in that costume so bad.
Uncle Sam, yeah.
Did you have a little a white tufty beard on the mask?
No, it was made of plastic. The whole thing was a molded plastic Uncle Sam face with the little white beard, and then an Uncle Sam, and I think I had an American flag, a smock, and then an American flag to wave around. And I was walking around the streets, literally while people in the background were burning their draft cards.
And you have to picture these costumes. They were like culottes. They only went down to your shins.
Yeah.
They weren't full length.
No.
But they were a onesie, like a
and I misunderstood.
Onesie.
I was completely naked underneath. It was like a surgical gown, so you could see my ass.
Now that's America.
You could see. It looked like Uncle Sam on his way to a colonoscopy. So it was a rough time for me and for America. But you know what? We both got through it. We both flourished. And we've both never been better off than we are now.
Make America great again.
Why did you make it political?